Well, getting out a package. All right, let's check it out. Oh, good doggy. Welcome back to another unboxing or unbagging video. Today with something from Army and Outdoors from New Zealand. Again, Army and Outdoors from New Zealand. Feel free to check them out. They have a large variety of items. Army and Outdoors. Let's go ahead and get you out of the way. Thank you. And see how we can get this open. Okay, so we got some items here. And we have a manifest. Let's see if I can get the logo into view here. Army and Outdoors. And let's see. Okay, so just going through from the top, we have Benin Army Lizard Camo trousers, as well as Benin Army Lizard Camo shirt. And then on this side, we have Italian San Marco field shirt, as well as Italian San Marco field trousers. So let's go ahead and take a little closer look here. So let's take a look at the Benin first. Let's see. Shirt. These appear to be all unissued. Very crisp feel to them. You can see here the tags, material. Looks like the sizing was actually remarked at some point. Button cuff, right away I see that. 3 buttons, correction. Nothing on the inside of the cuff. I'm assuming same on this side. Already I see this button up here for roll-up sleeves possibly. But, okay, correction, but not on this side. So this is for something else going on right here. Epaulettes. Hidden zipper with buttons underneath. And some of them are buttons. And if you look at the top pockets, you can see right away 3 snaps each, as well as a zipper pocket behind that one, but not on this side, so asymmetrical. And buttons go all the way down here, and you can see they are pretty well hidden, so that's pretty good for, I guess, keeping a good layer for keeping small critters out. Okay, zipper, pretty plain on the inside, although here, notice this, camel pocket with a button flap. For nothing else, drawstring, see that? I'm going to add a cord lock to that at some point. Same with this, looks like somebody put a little loop though, that's clever. That will work. I could just do that on this side too. Keep it all natural. All right, so let's take a look at some of these pockets. Okay, notice that. 2 snaps in each of the positions, as well as a small front pocket. Let's check this side. Again, double snaps, but notice asymmetrical, no small pocket there. Looks like some stitching going on there. So I wonder if it just needs a button added to here. So I might contact my seamstress to see if we can get a roll-up sleeve set up there. Button on the back of the collar right away I see, so possibly to attach a hood of some sort for a rain breaker. I don't see any venting in the armpit area. Other than that, solid back. You see there the nice lizard pattern there. All right, let's take a look at the trousers. So small button loops, I see right away. We got a center button right there. Type of fly. We got button fly. Look at that. We got a lot of buttons pretty closely spaced together. That's kind of cool. Guess that'll help keep critters out, although we don't have any multi-layering, so keep that in mind. Okay, so that's how many buttons you got there. There's the one tag. Very similar composition to the shirt. Yep. You can see here drawstrings with this type of metallic buckle loop system on both sides. Let's see how we are set up on belt loops. So we got these ones here, a little bit on the front of the hips, two at the sides of the hips. Continuing, we have one right up the middle and two at the middle of the back right there. Looking right away at the pockets, notice 3 snaps on each side. Okay, just single snap positions, but you can see how wide the flap comes out. Pocket is, goes to about here, is my fingertip. You see the material's pretty similar. Working our way down, you see side of the leg cargo pocket, 2 snaps. Single position on each. Fairly deep bellows, both sides and bottom. Cuffs, drawstring. Somebody looped that together. Nothing else there. Looks fairly symmetrical. So I don't see any like additional pen pockets or anything. Let's take a look at the back side real quick. Single snaps on the rear pockets. Let's see how deep these go. Kind of to about here, if you see my fingers right there. No reinforced bottom. You can see where the side pockets wrap around. And again, those drawstring cuffs. So again, this was the Benin Army lizard camo trousers and lizard camo shirts. So moving on, we got Italian San Marco field shirt and field trousers. So you got that kind of not quite full digital pattern, but somewhere in between, like multicolor woodland and almost full digital pattern there. And oh, look at that. So this appears to be the top portion here with the field shirt. You can see here the Italian stars on the collar right away. I can see a tag here for sizing. Marina Militaire hook and latch. A blank cover on this one, slash top pockets. Nothing on the bottoms. I don't feel any drawstrings. Although you could add one, I do believe. There does appear to be a gap in the hemline. So if you wanted to actually add a drawstring, you probably could. Right away, I see the Italia patch right there, but no unit patch on this side. So that's ready for customization if you so choose. Quick look at the armpit area. You can see there in the multiple, there is a vent, 2 vents. I can see there, just kind of a buttonhole style. Interesting. Let's take a quick look at the chest pockets, hook and latch, and they just go down to there. They do have 1 grommet vent right there. Assuming similar that side. If you notice, we had the zipper shoulder arm pockets, reinforced elbow area right there. There. Cuffs are a button underneath here. So the button is on the flap itself. You see there are a number of multiple button holes in that case. 3 it appears to be. Okay, let's see if we can take a closer look. Here's a rank loop area. Kind of this style as opposed to draping down and buttoning. We already took a look at those. Let's open this up. So we have one outer button there, but the other buttons are concealed. Interesting. So, oops. I have to learn this a little bit better. So notice how that goes into there. Interesting. So you would have to actually feel that like that. Okay. I can see that possibly being an issue. And then the last button is down here. Again, I don't feel any drawstring. Look at that, inner pockets with zippers. They go to about right there. Notice the drain hole on both. And also, look at this. Kind of a drawstring with button there and there. That's about all so I see there. Let's turn it over. Look at the back. Pretty solid. And again, that's that kind of drawstring area there. Okay, so let's look at the trousers. You see the size of the belt loops there. There, single button right there at the top. Button fly. Buttons are pretty spaced out in this case. Okay, we have a reinforced crotch area. Interesting, huh? And inner button at the top. That's added plus right there. I like that. There's your label. And your composition. Nothing on the back side of the label. Looks like we have a pocket already. I can see we'll get to that from the back side there. Slash pockets, no zipper, no buttons. Only on this side. Nope. Didn't get to it. Both sides have slash pockets. Okay, let's try to center this out a little bit better. Again, that reinforced area right there. Here's your cargo pockets. Concealed buttons. So, no hook and latch. Is it just one button? Appears to be just one button. So, you can see the bellows there. Not on that side. Not on this side. More across the front. Notice there are multiple bellows and at the bottom. And I'm not quite sure about drainage. I don't feel anything. So note that. Reinforced knee. I'm not sure if they allow inserts. And cord lock, drawstring, cuff. Notice this right away at the crotch. Button areas down here. Or vent areas. But only 4. Okay, good. We got 4 there. So that is symmetrical. Let's turn it over on the back. But while we're looking at the belt loops real quick. So again, the 2 buttons, outer, inner there. 2 here, front of the hips. 2 at the side. 2 at the back, and 1 up the middle. Okay, back pockets. 2 buttons I can feel at the top. We'll just take a look at one real quick. These are really tight buttonholes right there. And they go down to about here. If you can see where my finger is, right about here above the cargo pocket. So this reinforcement is not the same as from the front. Now we have a little bit wider reinforced area on the back side. Let me see if I can get into these knees. Does not appear to feel like there is an opening for any knee pads, so it's just a reinforced thicker layer on the knees. So working our way backwards, these are some Italian San Marco field trousers, field shirt, and then we also started off with Benin Army Lizard Camo shirt and trousers. These all came from Army and Outdoors. Feel free to check them out. They have a large variety of items. Army and Outdoors. This has been another unboxing or unbagging video. Feel free to check out other unboxing videos on the channel. We also do show and tell videos on vintage milsurp tools and expanded topics. We do a selection of book review, media reviews, and a series called Curios for the Curious. Videos from our artsy type objects. Feel free to check all those out. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.